vintage 2015, that's a good question. Personally, we are really happy with this vintage because we are lucky man. I think in the past it was very difficult to have several exceptional vintages in the same decenny, and with the vintage 2015 I think it's nearly the 3 exceptional vintages since 4 years, with 2012 and 2014. First, 2015 is exceptional because we have a very healthy grapes. We have no botrytis, so it was really a very good year to decide exactly when we could harvest, because there is no risk to wait to increase or to obtain the phenolic maturity. Since many years we are always doing experience in the vineyards before the harvest to decide the exact date for harvest. So that means we are picking 15 grapes per plot, press and calculate the level of sugar, the level of acidity, and more we are considering this is not enough to decide the just date, but more and more we are looking at the color of the skin, maturity of the pips, and we are testing the grapes to see if we have a lot of balance and maturity. And what was strange and exceptional this year, when we are doing this, in fact we saw that we could have 10.5 of natural alcoholic potential, and we have not the exact maturity of grapes. We had not the phenolic maturity because with the change of the climate, and because now harvests are quite precoce in mid-September. More and more often we are thinking that we need to reach highest level of sugar, so highest level of natural alcoholic potential, to have the phenolic maturity, to have really flavors of mature grapes. So this year we wait to harvest and we reach quite exceptional level of natural alcoholic potential, and it was not a problem for us because we have only Chardonnay in Côte des Blancs, and because we have always big acidity, and in fact when you have structure it's not a problem because it's completely balanced with the acidity. What I think we harvest, for example, all our Grand Cru with an average of 11.4 of alcohol. It was not too high. At the beginning we considered the acidity was a little bit lower, but it was not the unique things to determine the date, because the pH was quite good. And in fact when we are tasting the still wine in spring, it is not a problem because wines are balanced and they are not smooth. They have always what I call peps. They have always freshness in the length, and it was a very good thing to elaborate the blend. Besides, I am probably a little bit different from the others because 50% of my vines are located in Cuis. Cuis is the northern village of Côte des Blancs. It is also the most acidic village of Côte des Blancs, and I was impressed by the qualities of Cuis Premier Cru this year because it was nearly better than generally. We have no herbaceous or vegetable flavors, but all the wines from Cuis have fruity flavors and maturing flavors. To elaborate the blend, it was really very simple this year because we have all we need to elaborate good non-vintage cuvée. Of course, we We add some reservoirs from precedent harvest to try to balance the wines. But you know, I always consider that reservoirs are medicinal wines to educate the wines from the last harvest. This year it was really simple to educate. Secondly, it is also a year, a vintage, a year where we have elaborated quite a lot of vintages cuvées, because it was very easy, because wines are very expressive and they have also good tension. If you ask me what is the most similar vintage compared to 2015, it's very difficult to tell you. Probably for me, I think it looks like a little bit like 2012. And after, probably, maybe we could consider 2015 as a very good vintage, probably like 1988, but I think it's too early to say something. We need to wait at least 5 years to have an opinion about the vintage.